Welcome to Nigeria, Africa's final boss. If Africa were a video game, Nigeria would be the final boss. But not the kind you defeat, the kind you partner with once you've leveled up, learned a few dance moves, and mastered the art of negotiation. You don't fight Nigeria, you vibe with it. It's the heavyweight champion of the continent, population-wise, economy-wise, culture-wise. While Ethiopia might be the wise, ancient soul of Africa, Nigeria is the thriving, bustling, never-sleeping kingpin where things happen. Where is it, anyway? Positioned right at the crux of West and Central Africa, Nigeria is the perfect link in the African chain of trade, movement, and business. It's bordered by 4 countries and opens up to the Gulf of Guinea, a gateway to the Atlantic. The nation is divided into 36 states and a central federal territory, home to the capital, Abuja. But the biggest urban beast? Lagos. This megacity, perched along the southern coast on a lagoon, is not just the largest in Nigeria, it's the biggest in all of Africa, with over 20 million people calling it home. Up north, there's Kano, the second largest city and a vital cultural and economic hub. From there, major roads and railways snake outwards. Nigeria is the beating heart of the continent's highway network, connecting everything from Liberia to Kenya to Algeria. Lagos also lucked out with its lagoon, a natural gift that allowed the development of West Africa's busiest seaport. This port isn't just crucial for Nigeria, it's the economic lifeline for landlocked neighbors like Niger and Chad. Lines on the map, tensions in the past. Post-independence Nigeria looked like a jigsaw puzzle of tribal negotiations and historical claims. Regions got split, states were created, and then more states were created because nobody wanted to be lumped with tribes they didn't get along with. It's a delicate balance of identity, power, and space, the kind of thing that only makes sense in Africa. Nigeria runs as a federal presidential republic, but traditional monarchies, kings, chiefs, emirs, still hold massive cultural power. Their palaces aren't just for show. They're living time capsules that offer a window into Nigeria's pre-colonial, independent state legacy. Sights, surprises, and sacred groves. Want to explore Nigeria? Start with its rocks and end with its gods. From the granite peaks of the Jos Plateau to the sacred groves of Osun-Osogbo, Nigeria's geography is as epic as its culture. Museums tell stories of pain and resistance, like the Badagry Slave Museum, while the streets pulse with art, color, and the ever-present rhythm of Afrobeat. Oh, and someone built a house with a literal airplane on top. Because, why not? The lay of the land. Most of the country is relatively flat with gentle hills, but the center and east bring the drama. The Jos Plateau and the Bai Highlands offer rocky, boulder-filled landscapes, while the towering Mandara Mountains guard the eastern frontier. And then there's the mighty Niger River, Nigeria's liquid gold vein, pouring into the Gulf of Guinea and forming the world-famous Niger Delta, a tangled maze of rivers that sit atop oceans of oil. Nigeria's lifeline is also its burden. The Delta region is rich but troubled, oil has brought both prosperity and pollution, opportunity and insurgency. Natural wealth, economic struggles. Nigeria is Africa's economic juggernaut, boasting a GDP in the trillions, PPP, and massive oil reserves. It's a 3G nation, one of the top 11 economies to watch. But it's also a land of contradictions. While it exports more crude oil than any other African nation, wealth inequality runs deep. Agriculture employs a third of the population, but domestic demand often outpaces supply. Petroleum dominates exports, but diversification is still a challenge. Still, Nigeria feeds the continent. It's the #1 global producer of yams and cassava. Its farmlands are rich, and its biodiversity is mind-blowing, including what might be the world's largest butterfly collection. And the food? Legendary. Fufu is the star. Jollof rice? The national pride, yes, Nigeria swears they invented it. Toss in suya, puff-puffs, and spicy stews, and you've got yourself a feast. A nation of nations. With over 250 ethnic groups and more than 500 languages, Nigeria is less a country and more a collective of civilizations. The three giants are: the Yoruba, flashy and festive, dwell mostly in the southwest. They're urban, entrepreneurial, and they throw unforgettable parties. Owambi, anyone? Their culture is loud, proud, and drenched in color. The Igbo, industrious and inventive, dominate the southeast. They have ancient roots in the kingdom of Nri and are known for their education, business savvy, and yes, some even claim Jewish ancestry. The House of Fulani, the largest group, holds sway in the north. Deeply Islamic, fiercely equestrian, and historically rich, they've built centuries-old emirates and powerful caliphates. Balancing power among these groups, and their religions, has been Nigeria's eternal challenge. Too much favor in any one direction, and tensions rise. It's tribalism, religion, and politics in a never-ending dance. Lights, camera, Lagos. Nigeria doesn't just produce oil and crops, it produces stories. Nollywood, Nigeria's film industry, is the third largest in the world by volume. With thousands of movies churned out every year, it's a cultural powerhouse that speaks to millions across the globe. Weddings are like full-on music videos. Festivals are wild. And football? Football is religion. Nigeria's national team, the Super Eagles, is a continental powerhouse, with 3 Africa Cup wins and a history of global upsets. Not without its shadows. But Nigeria isn't just glitz and pride. It has serious scars. Boko Haram emerged from the north, spreading violence and instability. Government corruption has become a punchline, from governors caught on tape with bribes to infamous scams involving snakes eating government funds. And then there are those emails, the ones claiming you're the lucky recipient of $4 million from a Nigerian prince. Nigerians are just as tired of the stereotype as the rest of the world. It's one of the dark clouds they're constantly trying to outrun. A brief walk through time. From ancient kingdoms and trade empires, Benin, Nri, Sokoto, to colonization by the British, Nigeria has always been a magnet for power and conflict. It gained independence in 1960, discovered oil, endured a brutal civil war, went through military coups, and somehow came out on the other side with over 200 million people and a dream to lead the continent. Famous faces. From Queen Amina to Aliko Dangote, from Fela Kuti to Wole Soyinka, from Anthony Joshua to Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Nigeria's impact echoes far beyond its borders. Its diaspora spans the globe, shaping music, literature, business, and sports. On the world stage, Nigeria's biggest diaspora hubs are the UK and the US. It's part of the Commonwealth, has strong ties with China and India, and plays a pivotal role in African geopolitics. Its love-hate bromance with Ghana is legendary. They compete, they mock, but in the end, they're family. Final thoughts. You can't talk about Africa without Nigeria. You just can't. It's a country of energy, chaos, promise, pain, and unstoppable ambition. It's a land of contrast and color, where every corner tells a different story. And in the grand symphony of Africa, Nigeria plays the loudest, boldest note.